Hello everybody. Today I am going to teach you perspective. First we start from definition of perspective. So what is definition of perspective? So first thing is perspective is what gives a three-dimensional feeling to a flat image such as a drawing or a painting. It is one of the fundamentals that you need to understand in order to create realistic and believable scenes. Perspective is used to represent the ways objects appear smaller as they move further into the distance. It adds depth and dimension to flat images. In art, there are three main types of perspective: 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point perspective. Furthermore, there are also 4 point perspective, 5 point perspective, and 6 point perspective. So, let's we start on first point perspective, 1 point perspective. So, we go to 1 point perspective. Like you can see here, there is a one vanishing point here, and this is a one line. You can see this line called is horizon line. Okay, so this is 1 point perspective. You can see here that everything, like in this picture, all the lines goes to meet here when on vanishing point. So this is called one point perspective. Let's go to another image. Here you can see also all the line goes to on 1 point perspective. All the lines meet up at single point, or where it is meet up, this single point is called 1 point perspective. You can see here also all the line goes to 1 point perspective. Here you can also, so you can draw all the lines, and all the line meet at 1 point, on only on 1 point. This point is a vanishing point, and this red line is horizon line. Here is also you can see that all the line meet at 1 point. This road goes to the here, this facade goes to meet one at only this point. In this example also same, in this example also same. So 1 point perspective drawing has one vanishing point at the horizon line. Therefore, all the receding lines coming from the object or any sketch seem to meet and vanish at the vanishing point. Single point perspective adds more depth to the image and gives it an illusionary effect. 1 point is usually used to illustrate railway tracks, hallways, highways, roads, corridors, and the like. So this is 1 point perspective. Okay, now we go on to 2 point perspective. In 2 point perspective, there is a one horizon line and two vanishing point. Here we can see, if we draw here from here one line to here this line, it called horizon line, and the 2 point, 1 point, and here 1 point here and 1 point here, second point here. So it called two vanishing point and one horizon line, and all the parallel lines on the right side meet to right vanishing point, and all the parallel lines from the left side meet to left vanishing point. So it called 2 point perspective. Okay, let's see another example for 2 point perspective. Here you can see this is the horizon line, here is vanishing point 1 and vanishing point 2, and accordingly these two vanishing point hold the view fit in the 2 point perspective. Okay, next, here you can see this is the horizon line, and here is a vanishing point 1 and vanishing point 2. Same thing here, same thing here, vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2, and this called horizon line. Here you can easily see that how all the lines meet to right vanishing point, and how all the left lines meet to left vanishing point, and it create the whole sketch, whole real situation, whole picture, create whole picture by 2 point perspective. Okay, so this is a 2 point perspective. Now we come on 3 point perspective. So what is 3 point perspective? First thing, what is 3 point perspective? So 3 point perspective, if we come here, and 1 second, if we uncheck all these, okay, 3 point perspective. So a 3-point perspective drawing is usually an exaggerated form of illustration. This perspective drawing has 3 vanishing points. You can see here vanishing point 1 in the sky, vanishing point 2 on the horizon line, and vanishing point 3 on the horizon line. So it called 3-point perspective. 2 on the horizon line. This perspective drawing has 3 vanishing points, 2 on horizon line and 1 either above or below the horizon line. You can see here vanishing point and vanishing point 3 are on the horizon line, but vanishing point 1 is in the sky and vanishing point 4 is below the horizon line. So there are two views. If okay, the right and left parallel lines of the buildings are extended and projected to the right side, and the left vanishing points on the horizon line. The vertical parallel lines are projected to the third vanishing point in the sky or the ground. If we see, let's see here. Okay, in this situation, if we consider these 3 points, vanishing point 1, vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2 and vanishing point 3, it gives us ants eye view, like we can see from ground, we can see it from ground. So vanishing point is in the sky, but if we talk about like one vanishing point here, second vanishing point here, and third vanishing point is below the horizon line, it gives us bird's eye view. Bird's eye view we can see from top. So it gives us 3-point perspective effect. Okay, so there are two views, one ant's eye view and second bird's eye view. It is it called 3-point perspective. Okay, let's take another example. Here we can see one point here, second point here, and third point below the horizon line. It gives us bird eye view. Okay, 3-point perspective. Here we also see one point, second point and third point. It gives us bird eye view. Same thing here, one point, second point and third, it also a bird eye view. Okay, here is also we can see two vanishing point on the horizon line and one vanishing point in the sky. It gives us ant eye view. Okay, let's move on 4-point perspective. 4-point perspective is like say as we discussed in 3-point perspective, there is a 3 vanishing point. The third vanishing point is either in the sky or either below the horizon line. The 4-point perspective, same thing, but the both vanishing point 3 like in the sky and below the horizon line, both are at the same time and at the same time exist. Like if you see here in this diagram, you can see that this is a 4-point perspective. Okay, here you can see here that if I draw, okay, the 1-point perspective is here, second point perspective is here, third point is in the sky, and the fourth point is below the horizon line. So it called 4-point perspective. So 4-point perspective is a curvilinear version of 2-point perspective. This type of projection can be viewed both vertically as well as horizontally, and when viewed vertically, it describes a bird eye view, and at the same time an ant's eye view too. So in 4-point perspective, you can see both at the same time, like bird's eye view and ant eye view, both are same time. It called 4-point perspective. Okay, we like we can see another example. This called like here you can see vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2, vanishing point 3, vanishing point 4. Okay, so this called 4-point perspective. Here is you can see 4-point perspective. And also you can see like vanishing point 1, vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2, vanishing point 3, and vanishing point 4. Okay, okay, so it called 4-point perspective. Same, next we go on 5-point perspective. In 5-point perspective, you can see, in 5-point perspective you can see 5 vanishing point. So let as we discussed in 4-point perspective, there is a 4 vanishing points, same thing, but in 5-point perspective the 5th vanishing point is in the center of the picture, center of the image, center of the view. Like you can see here, vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2, vanishing point 3, vanishing point 4, and vanishing point 5 is in the center. So it's called 5-point perspective. Let's see another example. Here you can see vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2, vanishing point 3, vanishing point 4, and 5th one is in the center. It's called 5-point perspective. Vanishing point 1, vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2, vanishing point 3, vanishing point 4, and vanishing point 5. Okay, so it's called 5-point perspective. Same thing, vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2, vanishing point 3, vanishing point 4, and vanishing point 5. Same thing is in the 6-point perspective. So what is 6-point perspective? You can see in this 5-point perspective, it is in front of us and it shows 180 degree of our view. Okay, the 5th vanishing point is in front of us. Same thing in 6-point perspective, the 6th vanishing point behind us at the same position at the 5th vanishing point. So 6th vanishing point is behind us, okay. So the 6th vanishing point, which is located exactly opposite the 5th vanishing point behind the viewer, it gives us 360 degree view. And but a 6-point perspective requires 2 separate illustrations to understand, like one is in front of us and second is behind us. Okay, so it is not difficult as it might sound, as this kind of perspective is actually 2 5-point perspective drawings put together. One is it described as 2 5-point perspective. One is in front of us and second is behind us. So if we cover both in front of us and behind us, it gives 6-point perspective view, totally full view. Okay, so it called 6-point perspective. Thank you very much. If you like my this video, and if you think you get something new from this video, then please like, share and subscribe it. Thank you very much.